good night, and welcome. Welcome to another night, Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games review show. And what a night we expect it to be. Big things happened earlier today, Saturday night. It was um, Tokyo time. Elaine Thompson Hira defended her 100-meter title at the Tokyo Games. What a race. Broke Flojo's record of 10.62. Elaine Thompson Hira running 10.61 and setting a new record. And of course, tonight we'll have with us Delano Rochester. Seems to be having a little bit of technical problems here. We'll just sort this one out quickly. So welcome back, welcome back. And I hope we start this one out quickly for you. I have to apologize for that, but as I mentioned before, today was a big, big day for Jamaica. 1, 2, 3. I predicted Jamaica would have finished 1, 2, 3. As to in what order, I did not say. What we have with us tonight to discuss track and field, to discuss day 2 at Tokyo 2020. Welcome, Delano Rochester, former Kingston College not quarter miler, half miler. Delano, you hear me?
Yes, I think the order is a bit is delaying a bit, but I'm hearing you.
Okay. So I said before, today was a very big day. Elaine Thompson defended her 100-meter titles in that final, Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. 1 year later, but it was a big race. Jamaica 1, 2, 3. What do you think about that 100-meter final where Elaine Thompson came out on top?
It was definitely a big moment for Elaine Thompson here. Um, in the process, she got the Olympic record and also the national record, and that made her the second fastest woman in history and also the fastest woman alive. So it was a big time for her and also for Jamaica as a country. It was also another big moment in our track and field history because we got the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So as I was saying, Sherika Jackson would have saved as much energy as she could have for that final. Sherika Jackson, third place, coming from the 400. We would have known her to be a 400 runner over the years. What do you think about her performance, Delano? We're having
I'm not hearing you.
okay. It seems as if we're having some technical issues. So let me just look on some of the or just read some of the comments here. Really, really sorry. Miguel says no sound. Gene Sutherland, big up yourself, no sound. But of course, after 2 days, Jamaica is on top of the medal standing. And as you can see there, Jamaica is on top of the medal standing. Jamaica with 3 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver, and a bronze. They are leading Sweden, 1 gold, 1 silver. Sweden would have won both their medals in the men's discus final. And that was a very, very, a great moment, happy moment for Sweden finishing 1-2 in the men's discus final. But and as I said, um, just coming up later tonight, we'll have the 400-meter heats for men. And that one is going to be interesting. That one is going to be interesting because um, Jamaica would have only had one automatic qualifier in terms of running the qualifying time, Nathan Allen. He did not run in the final at Jamaica Trials. I hope we can get Delano back. Delano, I don't know if you're hearing me now. I hope you're hearing, so we can continue our discussion. Are you hearing
I
me?
am hearing you.
Okay, so Sherika Jackson, what do you think about her performance? Personal
I am
best 10.76.
It was a very impressive performance. Very impressed how she managed the race. I think she ran very conservative. Um, and people that have been following our career from the high school level know that she's no stranger to speed because she has anchored very technical at the high school level on numerous occasions. So her stepping down to the 100 meters was, while it was a new to her at the senior level, she has run a lot of 4x1s at the high school level, and we knew that she possessed a lot of speed. I think the time though was impressive, and her getting a personal best in an Olympic final is definitely
Mm-hmm.
a big moment
Yeah,
for her.
yeah. Personal best in an Olympic final is really really a big performance, and of course she just could not ask for more. She just maybe about fifth place at about 70 meters out, and then she just powered home in that last 30 to 40 meters. That's where she basically came back into the medal. um, if she had gotten a good start, maybe who knows, she would have gone a lot faster. But Shelly and Fraser Price also said she had some problems at the start. She, stumbled a bit, although she said she made it very clear that she's not going to find any excuse for her not putting together the race that she would have wanted to put together. But Shelly and Fraser must be commended. You really can't take away anything from her. 4 Olympic Games, 4 medals, individual medals at the 100-meter Delano. That in itself must be another, brilliant performance from Shelly and Fraser Price.
Yes, we all know how much she wanted to get that third 100 meters title at the Olympic Games, but it was just not to be. And when you lose an Olympic final to the defending champion, your teammate, and to an Olympic record, a national record, then there's not much that you can complain about.
You really can't complain indeed. You really can't complain. But of course, the moment, that special moment really belongs to, Elaine Thompson. Won the sprint double in Rio 5 years ago, actually. 4 Olympic years, but 5 years ago, actually, Elaine Thompson would have won the sprint double. Haven't done anything much since. She did not medal in 2017 at the World Championships. Again, she failed to medal in 2019 at the World Championships in Doha, Qatar. But Elaine Thompson, and she said in her interview today that I am back. And she mentioned that persons would have doubted her. Persons say things that she's not happy with. Persons say she can't win a medal again. Persons say, something is wrong with her. But Elaine has been suffering from the Achilles problem for quite a few years now, and it really had affected her. Stephen Francis, her coach, said they did things differently this year, and that would have contributed to her coming out to put together the race that people know that Elaine has in her, and we can't commend her too much. We can't say big up to we have to say big up to her coach Stephen Francis. This is his fourth Olympic 100-meter title. He won 2 with Shelley Fraser in 2008 and 2012, Beijing and London, and now 2 with Elaine Thompson, 2016 and 2020. So, Coach Francis, 4 Olympic 100-meter gold medals. Delano, he must be a very, very happy man.
Yes, he's what I would call a guru of the sprints. And we might recall heading into the Jamaica national trials earlier this year, where he's mentioned that Elaine Thompson hero was in the form of her life. A lot of people had doubts about that after the performance that Shelley and Fraser Price had at the trials. But any doubts that were there before would have been cleared after that 100 meters, because it has been proven that she is indeed in the form of her life.
In the form of her life, as you said. Last night, Jamaica time, we would have seen the 400-meter hurdles, Delano. 400-meter hurdles, everyone should know by now that the women's 400-meter hurdles, the race is between Sydney McLaughlin and Dalia Mohammed. So, world record in the last World Championships in 2019 by Mohammed, Sydney McLaughlin was in that race. Sydney McLaughlin lowered that world record at the US trials. Mohammed was in that race. Do we expect another challenge? Do we expect a fight down to the wire between these two again? Or do you think Sydney McLaughlin would have gone ahead now and the race is for her to lose? And we're talking about the women's 400-meter hurdles. How do you think it will be a 2-horse race, or you think it's all over for Sydney McLaughlin?
The 400 meter hurdles has been an obstacle event, and with the obstacle event, there always no telling. We saw it at the US national trials where Shamir Little stumbled going into, I think it was a 9 hurdle, and it cost her a spot for Tokyo. So with the 400 meters, you can never tell. Going off form though, I think if City McLaughlin has a good race, then I don't see Mohammed stopping her. But I don't think Mohammed's in that form to stop McLaughlin, and I think that she might challenge the world record or probably break it here in the Olympic Games, because the track seems to be very fast. So I think there might be a world record on the cards for McLaughlin.
McLaughlin taking it further than lower than her 51. What's the world record time? I know she ran sub 52, but 3 Jamaicans, only 2 would have progressed.
It's
Jenny Russell,
51.90.
51.90. So we expect a faster time to take the goal in Tokyo. Jenny Russell, as I mentioned before, the only one of the 2 athletes would have moved on to the semifinals in that 400 meters. Rhonda White false started, and Leah Nugent was disqualified. Um, men's discus, men's discus. We had Chad Wright in the final. Chad finished ninth overall, and credit must go to Chad Wright, 62.56 for ninth place. Unfortunately, Dakers would have had his problems. Um, did a surgery earlier this year. He would have arrived in Tokyo just, I understand, probably the day before his competition. So he would have had all of that negativity going against him. The mixed relay, I just believe, yeah. So Jamaica finished seventh in that mixed relay. The team of Sean Bailey, Williams, Jenkins, Bartley, seventh. I think a Jamaica team should have done better than a seventh place Delano. In these days, again, it's a 4x4. Maybe we should not be too hard on them, but it's a 4x4. Two women, two men. We make one change from the heats. Got into the final, as I said, seventh place. I would have wanted to see Jamaica a little bit higher up, yeah, up the ladder. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But the 100 is out of the way. Tonight, Jamaica time, at 7:10, they will start with a hammer throw for women. There's no Jamaican will be in there. 3,000 meters steeplechase. The long jump. We have to touch a little bit on the long jump here, Delano, because in the long jump, there are Gittins from Trinidad and Tobago, Porter from Jamaica. There's Chantal Malone from the British Virgin Islands. And there's also Tisana Hicklin from Jamaica. So the Caribbean and Jamaica, one from British Virgin Islands, one from Trinidad and Tobago, they will be in. What do you expect? Do you expect any 2-3 of these Caribbean ladies to get into the final of this women's long jump, or it's going to be a tough one?
I expect Malone and Gittins to get through, honestly. I think it will be tough for Hicklin when you look at her personal best and also our season's best also.
And our season best,
And
yes.
also for Shanice Porter. Yes, our season best is 6.23 meters, which is quite a bit off where I'm sure she would love for it to be. And also Shanice Porter, I think it will also be tough a tough day for her. But if she should produce a personal best, then she stands a chance. But these ladies are jumping some real good distances, so unless they can get their in first round, then they'll have a tough get the finals.
Yeah, I mean, then we turn our attention to the men's 400. We spoke about it a little bit earlier, but I mean, this is a tough one for Jamaica. Men's 400. We have not had an athlete or a sprinter, 400-meter sprinter, that would have gone under 45 seconds this season. And if you can't run under 45 seconds, Delano, you would know that you're just not going to get anywhere. So I think it's going to be a struggle for our 400-meter men even to get out of the first round. Demish Gay just not at his best, season best of 45.30. Then when you move on, he'll be running from heat 1. Christopher Taylor from heat 3. Christopher Taylor 45.13, season best. Then when you move over to heat number 5, there's Nathan Allen with a 45.89, season best. He would have qualified though from as far back as 2019. But the Caribbean Delano will have other persons, and those are the persons now we're going to have to look to take us into the final. And even and to win some medals. Former world champion Kirani James, he will be running in lane one. He has a season best of Kirani James, season best of 44.61. And also in Heat 3, we have in Heat 3, well, Heat 3 we mentioned was Christopher Taylor. Heat 4, we have another athlete here who we expect, well, if not Heat 4, my apologies. Stephen Gardner is the man I'm looking for. He is in Heat 5. And Stephen Gardner, many persons believe that Stephen Gardner will upset or will beat. Well, maybe it's not upset because Stephen Gardner is a world champion. So Stephen Gardner, many people believe he will win ahead of Michael Norman. There's Dion Lendor of Trinidad and Tobago. Also another good competitor there, Marshall Cedeno. Watch out for Marshall Cedeno. So these two Trini guys, Marshall Cedeno and Dion Lindor, I expect those two persons to get into the final. Where it is for Jamaica, I am not sure, but let us, hope for the best and hope that these athletes will get at least past the first round. What's your thoughts on the 400 meter for men, Delano? Are you hearing me, Delano?
Kirani James, Stephen Gardner, and I am hearing. So I expect Stephen Gardner to be in that final. I also expect Dion Lindor to be in that final, and also Kirani James. As for the Mitch Gay, Alonzo Russell, Christopher Taylor, Dwight Hillier, Jonathan Jones, and Nathan Allen, and even Marcel Cedeno. At the moment I don't have them to be in that final. But let's hope that even one or two of them can pull off some type of upset and earn themselves a lane in that final.
Well, that's big. Yeah, maybe you're asking for too much because I'm telling you, they will have to run mid 44. And I don't know if these guys who have not given us 45 below have not given us sub 45 this year. I don't know if these guys have a 44-3, a 44-4 in their legs. It's really going to be tough, but we just have to hope for the best. That's men's 400, not
Just to point
treating us
out,
good.
just to point out,
Okay, so we still have you online. We still have you, Delano. Are you hearing me? You said you're just pointing out. So we seems to have you.
I
I
am
must
hearing you.
apologize again to our viewers. Really, I have to apologize to our viewers for the breaking transmission, the bad connection. But let us just quickly look forward. Tomorrow morning, Jamaica time, we'll have the semifinals of the men's 100. And of course, we'll have to look to you and Blake to get us in the final. Oblique Seville, young, inexperienced, but he kept improving and improving every single race he runs. So don't be surprised if Seville get into that final. Where the medal will stack up, I am not sure Jamaica is in that medal. Jamaica is in that medal condition, or anyone for Jamaica, for that matter of fact. Of course, the favorite, then any game can play. But I think if we are to win a medal, Ewan Blake will have to come through and win that medal for us. Civil will be running in semi-final 2, Ewan Blake in semi-final 1. Jason Rogers St. Kitts and Nevis, he'll be running in semi-final 3. Darnell Hughes, who trains in Jamaica, he'll be with Civil. They train at the same club. He'll be with Civil in semi-final 2. And as I mentioned earlier, Ewan Blake will have the likes of Fred Curley and Andre DeGrasse. So that in itself is going to be a big semi-final 1. And he'll be running for a place in the final. Again, it's not beyond Ewan Blake. Maybe he's just not at his best this year or going into the Olympics, but he's very, very confident that he can take something away from this event. Natalia Gould, she qualified for her first final earlier today. The men's 100-meter final will be 2 hours after the semifinals come tomorrow morning. And of course, the men 400-meter hurdlers will return for their semifinal tomorrow morning also. The women's 100-meter hurdlers will also return for their final come tomorrow. So we have some very, very good events coming up where Jamaica is concerned. In the morning, again, the 100-meter hurdlers look very well. Megan Tupper, she ran a personal best in her first round. And of course, we are hoping, keeping our fingers crossed and at the same time praying that these ladies will all get into the final. It's not going to be easy, but they have they're not that they're experienced. Megan Tupper would have gotten into the final in Doha in 2019, had a mishap there. She's good enough to get into the final here again. Brittany Anderson, though she's inexperienced, she's running very, very well. And Yannick Thompson, hope all 3 Jamaicans will get into the final. It's going to be very tough. This is the women's 100-meter hurdles, and it's the toughest race, I think, on the track. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, the Puerto Rican, is a favorite for that event. And also, you will have Kendra Harrison, her first Olympic, but she is a world record holder. So if I can go through some of these comments, Dana Newman, if Natalia performs as she has been doing, she will be on the podium. I do agree with you. This comment now is coming from Jean Sutherland. I am betting on DeGrasse to take the 100-meter. That is also possible, Jean, because, of course, based on what we see with Brummel, he doesn't look good in that first round. He barely advanced to the second round. We hope he'll have better things to come. Rochester, Dino Rochester, I don't know if he's related to Delano. Civil looks better than Ewan Blake. That is coming from another Rochester there. Chris can surprise everyone. And I think he's talking about Christopher Taylor can surprise everyone. Gene again, not looking for anything for Jamaica. Gardner will be there. And Malala will also be there. That's the Nigerian, I think Gene is talking about there. Just want to get through a few of these comments quick and fast before the time runs out. And of course, I have to apologize also for the spam in these comment section. But that's all the time we have for you. We hope to do this all over again tomorrow night, same time, same place, around about 6:30 Jamaica time, when we'll preview day 5 and we'll preview day 4, my bad, and we'll review day 3. So we'll hope again that tomorrow we'll have a better connection and we'll be able to interact with our viewers a lot more. So until then, thank you for joining us again. Thanks to Delano for taking time out to spend half an hour with us tonight. See you. Thank you.